After Punisher dies and is taken to Valhalla by Odin himself, Frank starts causing so many problems in the paradise that Odin quickly stops him and asks why he seems to hate that place so much, which Frank replies that he simply doesn't want to be there because he still feels guilt for the wrong things he did when he was the Ghost Rider, along with the painful fact that his family was still dead. Odin then decides to take Frank to his old Ghost Rider equipment, and after he offers him a second chance at life with his powers so he can redeem himself for his past mistakes, Frank obviously accepts the idea and asks Odin for one more favor: to send him back in time to the planet Titan, where Frank immediately goes after baby Thanos and prepares to kill him before he becomes evil. However, after baby Thanos attacks Frank to defend himself and Frank tries to use the penance stare on him, Punisher realizes that Thanos was still innocent, and instead of killing him, Frank decides to take the baby Thanos for himself with the goal of raising him to become a good person in the future, now taking him everywhere and trying his best to be a good example for his new son. However, after a few days pass and Galactus suddenly appears, demanding that Frank hand over baby Thanos so he can kill him, Frank quickly refuses the order, and at the same moment the Watcher appears to intervene, telling Frank that this will be the worst decision of his life. And after even the Guardians of the Galaxy also arrive, explaining that in their future Thanos still becomes evil even when raised by Frank. They quickly call for backup and gather nearly all the Marvel heroes to stop the Cosmic Ghost Rider. However, that's when Frank simply tosses baby Thanos to the Watcher, asking him to watch over the child, and immediately jumps ready into the fight, in the end managing to defeat almost all the heroes present before eventually being taken down by the few who remain. But when Frank wakes up minutes later and sees baby Thanos finishing the fight for him, he immediately scolds his son, but only to seconds later be surprised by none other than the future Thanos himself, the version that Frank was raising in the present. Future Thanos then invites his father to visit the future with him, and although at first Frank is impressed, believing he did a good job as a parent, his impression quickly changes when he sees the camps Thanos created to isolate criminals from the rest of the world. Thanos then explains that this was the only way he found to maintain peace without killing anyone. But when Frank yells at him saying that that was wrong and that those people deserved a second chance, Thanos tries to prove his point by showing Frank a younger version of himself living happily with his family. But even so, Frank refuses to believe it was real, leading the two to fight each other. In the end, Frank just uses his cosmic penance stare on Thanos, completely erasing him from existence, and after all that madness finally ends, he simply takes baby Thanos back to where he found him and immediately leaves, hoping to find another way to redeem himself for his past mistakes.